Now, you know the saying, it's so bad it's good. Well, that's the idea behind an event that's once again taking Brooklyn by storm. I'm talking about the 3rd annual Bad Film Festival, which runs April 16th to the 18th at Cloud City in Williamsburg. And it'll be celebrating the baddest films around.
Festival goers can expect bad lighting, bad music, and bad acting, but mostly a very good time. To tell us more, we have Starr Kendall, one of the co-founders of the Bad Film Festival. Hi. And Sarah Grodsky, one of this year's Bad filmmakers, and thank you so much for coming out and checking us out here at BK Live.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Yes. So this is the 3rd annual Bad Film Festival. What have you learned in the first 2 that have brought you to the 3rd? They say the 3rd time's a charm.
Always have a backup DVD player, I guess, is an important thing. We burned through, I think, 3 or 4 last year, so there was moments where we were, my co-producer and co-founder Sean Wickens was vamping while I was, changing out wires so that we could get the next film up on the screen. So, yeah, that's probably the most important thing that we learned from the last couple of years.
Okay, and how has it been received? I mean, this is Brooklyn.
Yeah, we've had great reception from it, very surprising. I mean, people were very surprised because I think they come in expecting something maybe a little ironically bad, and we tend to have very entertaining films. There may be different production qualities that are a little lower standard, but we still try to curate a entertaining festival so that you walk out at the end of the night saying like, oh yeah, like that was pretty good. It was a little bad here and a little bad there, but I still enjoyed it, and that's what we look for.
Like Run DMC, like bad meaning bad, not bad meaning good? Or?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Now, we're going to take a sneak peek of Sarah's film Days Off, so then we'll get a little bit of chance to talk about bad being good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's get to
And
it.
what's happening in this scene that we're going to see?
This scene is just about the things you're capable of achieving on a day off without getting out of bed.
Oh, I like it.
Friend of the devil is a friend of mine.
So you're accomplishing something while in bed, reading, things like that. So tell us a little bit about this film. What drew you to create this particular storyline?
Well, I'm interested in screenwriting, but I wanted to gain a broader understanding of the medium as a whole, so I took an online class. And this was actually a homework assignment for lighting.
Nice.
And I live in an underground apartment, so my lighting resources were 2 bare bulb lamps and a lot of tinfoil. So yeah, and basically I think it was a 30-second project, and I took a little liberty. But I was just trying to do something simple with what I had, where I was, and I ended up being sort of happy with how it encapsulates me and my behavior when no one's watching. But yeah, really, I think what's bad about it probably is the production quality.
Well, it's always a learning curve.
Absolutely.
And this is the whole point of this festival is to learn and to collaborate, but mostly also just to entertain. It's just like day off. I was like, Ferris Bueller, what do you do on your day off? Mostly I just lay in the bed.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about the process? How many films sort of get submitted? How do you go through judging them? Is it, the worst of the worst, the best of the best, or the baddest of the good?
Well, this year we had close to 1,000 submissions from 71 different countries. So we had a lot to go through. We had we had some friends that we kind of selected as a selection committee, and we assigned different films to them, and they gave us some feedback. And then Sean and I eventually then went through all of those and tried to pick the ones, some of the ones that our friends had liked, and then some of our personal favorites.
Any sort of specific criteria for
what
makes a bad film?
I mean, again, just trying to program a diverse, eclectic festival. So anything, we try to say yes to a lot of different things, and by doing that, we end up having a more robust festival, because we're not saying no. Because if we had decided to maybe pick a certain area of bad, like maybe experimental films or student films or maybe comedy shorts or something like that, then we would have been saying no to a lot. But since we're saying yes to so much, we get to have so much more in our festival, and so.
So nobody has a monopoly on bad.
No. Anyone can make a bad film.
But now, Sarah, your film was accepted into the Bad Festival. How
Yes.
do you feel about having your film accepted?
I think in any artistic process, regardless of the medium, there's a lot of trial and error, and it's all part of it. And I think it's, good for the process and good for your ego if you choose to love your errors. And there are a lot of things I like about my little short, and I can acknowledge and learn from what wasn't perfect. So I'm pretty proud.
You should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, let's be proud of another filmmaker. We have a clip from Guardian Angels.
Yes.
Okay.
Excited.
If I ask if I could sit down with you and you ask me if I was alone, believe me, girl, I'm alone. I hope you're likewise, because nowadays there are quick-tempered people, and baby, let me tell you.
Okay, I didn't see that ending coming right there.
No,
They were
no.
walking down, and I was like, okay, where's this going? And then turn around, and it's just the whole juxtaposition of what we think the Guardian Angels is. The thing about being an artist is, when you're in the process of becoming an artist, before you can be good, of course, you have to be bad. And so what is it that you're really trying to sort of push with this festival, so far as just the creative, motto?
Right, we're just trying really to support creativity with anyone. That's why we really like first-time filmmakers or teenagers. We have a 16-year-old filmmaker that decided to do a film about teenage violence from her perspective, and how the media also plays into that. And so we want to support, because maybe then that person will decide that maybe I want to become a filmmaker. And
by the time they're 20, they might have...
exactly. If they start now, then they'll learn all the tricks of the trade, and then who knows where they can go after that. And so that's, we just want to support that and just encourage creativity, really, is what we're going for.
Well, what can the attendees expect at this year's festival? It's Thursday to Sunday?
So Saturday,
Thursday
actually,
to Saturday,
yes.
okay.
A lot of everything, I would say. We have a lot of foreign films. There's one from Barcelona, Spain, called Open Relationship, about a gay couple who they're debating the pros and cons of having an open relationship and what that means. And it's this nice little poignant, sweet little film about this couple and their relationship. We have another one that was one of my favorites from South Korea called Confession of Samurai, which was it's kind of this period piece about these two samurai. It starts out very funny. It gets a little sad at the end, but especially in the ways that they're taunting each other right before they fight. And it looked great, and it just felt so kind of modern yet stylized with this period piece that they're doing. So, but then a lot of also crazy animation films.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
And then other comedy shorts as well. I mean, if it's funny and short, it'll get in almost.
So then when people are submitting their films, like you, Sarah, were you doing it in the mindset of, I know this is a bad film, so I'm submitting this anyway? Or was there something else that kind of prompted you to submit your film
I
to
can
this
certainly
festival?
acknowledge its badness, but like I said, I realized that there was a lot I did like about it, and that was sort of me in 42 seconds, and I was proud of that. But I could acknowledge the weaknesses, and I thought, instead of putting it in a drawer somewhere, I thought it might be a good venue to have people see it and take a sort of first step to making something better.
Yeah.
Right, that was something that when I watched Sarah's film, it was short and it was funny and like 45 seconds, so I thought we can definitely find a little bit of time to throw this in, yes.
Okay. I think we found a little bit of time for Divorced Boys,
Oh, yeah.
so we're going to watch a clip from that.
You can count me out 'cause I don't care. You don't love me no more. face makes me want to stab myself in the eye. Stab myself in the eye. You can count me out and crawl back into your hole. 'Cause your face makes me puke, makes me bleed like my head hit the wall. You can count me out, 'cause I never want to see you again.
Saw some really interesting submissions from the 3rd annual Bad Film Festival, including your film, Sarah, Days Off. We saw Guardian Angels, and we just saw a clip of
Divorce
Divorce Boys. So please come out to the 3rd annual Bad Film Fest, which again takes place at the Williamsburg Performance Space, Cloud City, Thursday, right? April 16th, which happens to be my mother's birthday, so it's definitely a day I'll remember. Through Saturday, please come out. It's at Cloud City, 85 North 1st Street in Williamsburg, New York City, and it's $8 for admission fee.
Yeah, bad movies but fun times.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.